Hello there once again, people, and welcome back to Dark Hour. Um, yeah, how do I explain all this? You see, we haven't been having the best of luck with Dark Hour so far. We had two levels that weren't exactly the best. Then last time around we had something that wasn't the best, but then we also ran into a lot of optimization issues. Basically the level was so resource demanding that it was causing massive issues within the game. Things were disappearing from view, the entire world was unstable, and basically I blame a lot of it not on the level. Well, it kind of is the level's fault based on what technical things were at the time. Um, you do have to remember, like, all these old levels and whatnot, some of them were very, very resource demanding and whatnot. And while we can get a different opinion on them now because they work perfectly fine, they were probably still horrible to play back in the day. And so this kind of was a good example of one of them, probably. So yeah, Dark Hour was probably terrible to play back in the day. There's only one problem with all this. DOSBots. You see, Geoquake and whatnot runs more on what your hardware is, and is basically a modern Windows application, whereby it basically uses what your computer has in it, and is a normal program. It handles everything based on what you have for specs. So if you have better specs in your computer, of course it's going to work better. That makes total sense. Not so with DOSBots. DOSBots basically running things as a DOS-based program, and basically DOS was a time when computers were very, very funky. Honestly, I'm not too sure if I really have to blame DOSBots and all this, even though I was kind of saying DOSBots constantly in the last video. It's not really DOSBots. It's the DOS platform in general, I think. Because DOS was a very funky operating system. Basically, it based a lot of things based on how your computer was, but then like auto did a lot of things, and the problem is that our modern specs, it sees that and it freaks out entirely because it's so ridiculously overpowered to the point that they didn't believe computers would ever get to. So yeah, that kind of might be part of the reason, because we actually have two good specs for this whole thing. Um, Still stinks and whatnot, but definitely it's one more reason why never play a good DOS games on a good computer. That's basically the lesson today. If you have a good computer, never use it to play DOS. It's a weird thing to say, but yeah, DOS is a very shaken at the seams type operating system that it's funny to think that's basically the mainframe of Windows, and that Windows works perfectly fine, but DOS doesn't. But yeah, actually, I don't think it really is anymore. I think since they changed off Windows NT or whatnot and actually got their own thing around, what was it, like Windows 2000, I want to say? Or was, I think Windows ME was like the last version that was like DOS based. Um, and you saw how much a commercial failure that was. But at the end of the day, DOS is an unstable piece of work that is definitely not exactly the best thing for modern playability. Um, I definitely would say in the future we gotta start focusing a bit more on Windows things, because that will keep me a bit more sane, a bit more rational, and make me enjoy things a lot more. I'm starting to realize that's a big part of the problem, is that Windows-based operating games just work better. Like I said, it may be a pain in the butt to set up, if it's like an older Windows thing, but once it works, it works. It doesn't get set on fire and have all this stuff that doesn't work, and it doesn't feel like I ever have to do compromises. Um, Here, I still have yet to get anything working. It's been like hundreds of videos and whatnot, and I'm still not getting anywhere. I feel like I'm going around in circles when it comes to DOSBots. And every time I end up trying to get determined and try and find the right settings. And then those right settings turn out to not really get me anywhere. So, yeah, honestly, DOSBots is a pain in the butt mess. Um, can't wait to get past it. But at the same time, for authenticity and the fact that I kind of started it this way, I'm gonna try and see put up with it and see if things get a little bit better. Like I said, we did the entirety of original Quake like this, and I didn't really have many complaints. I had complaints about how funky the game was, but not about DOSBots. And Q2 wasn't too frustrating, except when I was trying to mess around with settings, so I can't really blame Q2 too much. It really was just last level, I think. So I think it might have just been that one level, and I might have been throwing a lot of hate at DOSBots because of one level and because of everything else that happened in the past. Which, like I said, I do say that a lot of it definitely is like, it's 2016, why can't I run this level that I can run on GL Quake fine? But at the end of the day, at least, it works 95% of the time. We just found that one level that turned out to be pretty terrible in DOSBots. So yeah, I'm going to try and play Nightmare Tower, and hopefully that one doesn't break apart the seams as well and set fire to everything. Well, let's hope for the best, right? Yeah. Okie dokie, people. And what a promising thing, Windows Explorer just crashed. Well, that's promising! I just decided to give DOSBots another chance? Windows crashes. Well, I'm happy for you. Should I say Windows Explorer? But still. Windows Explorer just crashed. Wow. That's promising. Wait a minute! Wait a minute here! I didn't change it over. Whoopsie daisy. You can tell how this whole thing is kind of affecting me and my ability to actually think properly. Yeah, I apparently forgot to really do anything besides move over the file. I don't know how I was thinking it was going to work. I guess the Underpants Gnomes. Yes, the Underpants Gnomes were going to make this work properly. After all, if there's one thing you know about Underpants Gnomes, it's their ability to make things work properly by stealing underpants and getting profit. Let's see here. Nightmare Tower. Wait a minute. Is this made by the same guy who just made the last level? I don't really want to deal with this guy again. Please don't tell me he made the last level. Oh my god. Yep. He made both bloody levels. That stinks. Did I even say what the last level was? I did say high-tech steel base and many rooms and ambushes, did I? And that it has 9 in deathmatch? I don't think I did. What was I doing? Well, I said here. Charles Zhang. He did both levels. Yeah. I'm doing a totally professional playthrough, ain't I? I'm proud of myself. Well, let's just move forward. Forget that train wreck behind us, even though it just happened. But let's try to forget it. Okay, Nightmare Tower. A dark stone structure with several houses, rooms, and walls. A tower with a spiral staircase is at the center and is guarded by many enforcers. It's single player only, and it's made by Charles Zhang, also known as the guy who made a really laggy, terrible level. Yay! This sounds like it's going to be fun. I'm gonna have fun here. We're all gonna have fun. Entertainment, yes. I love entertainment. Who doesn't love entertainment? Yeah. Oh look, it's Enforcer. Okay. It seems like nothing's set on fire just yet. Okay, maybe things will actually work. Okay, there's weird doors everywhere. Let's just worry on shoot everything. Okie dokie, I think these are like shiver walls. Yes, they are. Hooray! At least that makes sense. We have figured out how to open doors. What an amazing concept! I slash the door, it opens! It's kind of like you threaten like something to open. I tell you once, door. I tell you again. If you don't open, I'm gonna chop your brains out. Who honestly designs a door that opens only when you beat it up? That's not the most practical of doors. I will say that. Yeah. Well, oh looky! Blinky starry formation things! Yay! Anyway, I think that's actually where the exit is. We have to like get all the way up there, but yeah, Manifest Destiny, all that. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Let's do this! Shoot this guy! And shoot the other guy! And then shoot 100 more guys that are trying to murder me! Yay! At least there's music this time. Last time around there wasn't any music. That wasn't because of me, people. That was because, you see, last time around, it basically tried playing track 1. Which the problem with playing track 1 is that it's the data track on the CD. So, yeah, that doesn't exactly work. You basically need to play from track 2, so this one actually plays the right CD track, and so we end up getting some music. Even if, you know, everything kind of sounds pretty soft, but whatever. Peekaboo, I'm a maniac who shoots in your windows. I'm jumping in your windows, stealing in your doors. Hide your kids, hide your wives. All that rational stuff, right? I'm a totally rational human being. I love being rational. We're all being civil here. Don't you say? Civility, common sense, and everyone's dying. Oopsie, I fell off. Please wait for me to get upstairs so I can kill you. I gotta stop falling off this thing. Okay, we run up here. Run right. Oh god, everything's gonna shoot me. Progress? Oh, one thing died. I'm not really sure if this reckless idea is working or not, but things are dying. I will say that. Hooray! Things are dead. And we have a window! Can we get to windows? I'm tired of DOS. Oh, look at that. More windows. What Windows version is this? Whee! I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. Whoop-de-freak-a-doo, everybody! Whoop-de-freak-a-doo! Oh my god, here's the elevator. I found an elevator, people! I think actually it's at least near the exit. How does one go back? I guess the only way out is by not being blown up by a maniac! Housekeeping! Housekeeping! Hey, what's wrong with housekeeping? I have no idea where I'm going, people. At this point, I'm just trying to shoot things and hope they die. Something's wrong with this picture here. Why is there a house back above my head? Well, that's a thing. Floating health pack! Yay! I see, we just alerted a bunch of things to my presence. I found a way to see through the wall there. Look at that, I can glitch through this wall. Hooray! Twisting, weaving through the never. Okay, things. Owie! I can't see what's going on at all, but sure. Let's take the floor health pack and run this way. When doubt, run the opposite direction, unless that hurts you too. Wait, what the? I don't know what's going on. That's part of the problem. Okay, things are shooting me. I do not see where they are. Let's run around randomly and see what happens. The interesting thing, there's a biosuit here. This is interesting because it's the first biosuit we've seen since the days of, Q2, and I don't believe there's any slime at all in Dark Hour. No. Basically, this is just a suit to make you feel like you're an enforcer. Yeah. Ain't that awesome? I get to be an enforcer! I'll be treated special! Now that I have a special hat! Yeah! I'll be special! Oh look, more things that could die. Explosives! I like explosives. They usually result in me not dying as much. Unless, of course, I endanger myself and everybody else around me by trying to blow them all up, but, Alakuma! Hey, at least the good news is everything is not lagging like crazy this time around. Hooray! Things are actually working! It's sad when I actually have to cheer about that. But yeah, after last time, I'm actually pretty happy to see things work. Yeah. Review of this level. It works! Hooray! Imagine if that was like the entire review. Yeah. It works. Amazing level. First level I've seen in a long time that actually works. It didn't set fire to my computer and destroy every file on it. A+. Well, I don't really know what we're doing, but I will say this level does have some exploration factors to it. And it does have some nice little houses and whatnot to shoot things in. Yeah, has some variety going on. I'd say this is a better level in Dark Hour. It is a bit dark, but then, that's kinda intended, right? Dark Hour! Dark Hour! Can you see anything? Because I sure can't! Dark Hour! It's the darkest hour, when people can't see what they're doing, and blunder around aimlessly until they bump into something useful. Oh look, explosives, I could use that. You know what could also be useful? Armor! Actually, I think there was armor. I kind of blew through it. I told you I didn't want your service! Well, okay. Okie dokie, this seems to have worked in my favor. Uh-oh! That didn't work. That didn't work. When in doubt, shoot the maniac with the sword! Alright, we have 4 enemies to kill. Time to get a new fresh set of armor. Because practicality, oh god! I seem to have found another Death Knight. Here you were! I was looking all over for you! And here I was thinking I was just going crazy and snapping and going to kill somebody. The interesting thing is this. I keep glitching to the wall here. I can like see. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Just look at that brilliance right there. That's just amazing. I have no idea why this is happening, but I'm loving every minute of it. Hooray for breaking everything! I've broken everything, people. Well, here's a roof. I landed on the roof. I have no idea why I did this. Yeah! Now what? Where am I going? You know, if I wasn't fumbling around like a lost orangutan, we might actually get somewhere. But then again, who expects me to actually get anywhere in the next century and a half? Wait a minute, wasn't there like health down there? I see things down there trying to shoot me! Avasti, I have a rocket launcher, and I'm not afraid to use it. Is everybody dead? Oh wow, I just killed like 4 enemies in 2 shots. Hooray! Double the enemies, half the price, and look at that! Visual glitches! Yay! Visual glitches! I love this. I love breaking the game. Yeah. Now you see me, now you don't. Ain't that amazing? What's it with health packs to this guy? And, well, to be able to see through the world. No wonder, it's like they have like a lot of drop issues here. Anyway, let's go back. Because I think there's health packs somewhere, right? I thought I saw health packs somewhere. I want to figure out how to get to those health packs. I have no idea why. I don't really need any health whatsoever. But, Manifest Destiny or something. I don't know. If I yell it enough times, people will believe me. I wasn't looking at the ones on the ground to believe it. That was something useful, right? I can't even tell anymore what I'm doing. Where am I going? Aha! Ah, I see, yes! Ah, yes! I see, there's health down there, then there's health up there! Health up there! Health down there! You like health? I like health too. Especially when it doesn't tease you and call you names. Hooray! We found the area with 2 health packs. We just had a rocket jump to get up here. What was the point of this? What was the point of this? There's like no way you can get up here without like rocket jumping. So you get a rocket jump to get health that you'd... I honestly don't get the purpose of any of this. I feel like I just wasted my time. Hooray! I found 2 useless health packs! My life is complete! I have found useless health packs! I needed to see where they were. I needed to rocket jump to the middle of one of these random roofs for some reason. Now I'm getting obsessed with rocket jumping the random roofs and see what's on top of them. Well, that didn't work. It seems like there's a witch up here! I see. There's nothing up here. Nothing up here. Nothing up here. Nothing up there. Nothing up there. But yeah. Now I'm getting driven crazy by health packs that might be on potential roofs. Anyway, I'm gonna probably kill myself if I keep myself around, so I probably should get out of here. So let's charge the exit. Okay, let's see. Let's try and jump across these little tiny platforms to death. Hooray! I did it! I did it! Amazing! Even though this was like nothing in comparison to like E4M5 or whatever, but who cares? Sparkly portal thing! You must die! Yeah. I'm totally sane. I think I lost all sanity due to last time. Obvious hell drove me nuts. But at least we had some redemption here. Yeah. Cage, alrighty. That's nuts. What? Nightmare Tower. Definitely in comparison to what we saw last time, this is definitely improvement. Pretty dark. I will say that it really felt like I was kind of fumbling around in the darkness and wondering what in God's name I was doing half the time. But that's pretty much the fun of Dark Hour. Yeah, that pretty much is like a given in any Dark Hour level, that you're going to be stuck in an area where you can't see what you're doing half the time. That's probably one of the biggest flaws about Dark Hour. If I had to say like one big criticism, it's probably that. Which is kind of a flaw, but I think some regular Quake levels were like that too. I just think like the lighting here is somehow like even worse in darkness sometimes. But yeah, it's probably the idea that, you know, it's less memorized in your head, and thus you have less idea how to get through this darkness area. And so you end up fumbling around a little bit, trying to figure out what in God's name am I doing? until you eventually make it to the end, and then you realize, what in God's name was I doing? And yeah, that pretty much summarizes it all up. What an amazing story that was. Anyway, that pretty much summarizes it up. Nightmare Tower is a pretty simple level. It has a lot of building structures and whatnot. Um, Basically, it kind of fits the issue with Office Hell at least. It didn't have severe lag, and it actually had some action going on. It didn't feel like as empty as like Valhalla Awaits was. So yeah, it really fits my main gripes of the first two levels. So I will say that it's a pretty decent mission just because by default of everything else. Yay! Default! Winning by default is always the best way to win. But yeah. Until ever asking, like, well, I thought you said you really like Dark Hour. I should say Dark Hour is better than Q2. That is very, very true. But I still will say Dark Hour isn't like the best out there, generally speaking. Like I said, because of some minor flaws. Like I said, darkness for one. It's a dark pack. Um, and the confusing array of levels at times can get in there. But it's kind of like a weird thing to describe because at the same time I like that. I like the abstract nature. It's insanity lends well to a weird, strange environment that makes for some very different things than you normally see. Like, this is stuff that you won't really see elsewhere. This type of stuff is like sheer insanity when trying to like look at it and whatnot. It's like a weird LSD trip of platforming, maniacalness, things on top of other things. It really, of course, was abusing verticality because Quake was like one of the first ones that you really could do a lot in a full 3D environment. So of course they're going to utilize that to the insane. And so we end up with some really weird experimental stuff that makes no sense whatsoever, but is absolutely beautiful because of that. So yeah. Um, like I said, I would say it's nothing like of course like Thief. I wouldn't even say it's comparable to the original game. I prefer the Lovecraftian darkness of the original game to the colorful LSD-ness of this. But I will say that for a commercial add-on, this is definitely a better experience to go than if you wanted Dark Hour. Um, and like I said, in terms of like actual stuff or whatnot, I would say this is even better than stuff you'd see in Aftershock. Like I said, we'll get to Aftershock, how my gripes with that are done when we get there. But so suffice to say, that one felt kind of like a weird disappointment to me. It kind of builds up a bit more and feels more promising, because of how it's designed. But that one almost like lets you down a lot more than this one ever did. Even though this one also had to build up too with that loader. You basically saw that massive brief and whatnot where we're supposed to save NPCs, and look what we're dealing with! Quake! Yay! It just feels kind of like a total lie. But at least it's Quake, it's still gameplay that's pretty good. It's just, a total lie. Anyway, I think that really describes it, and I've of course stretched this out to be a half an hour again because I'm a terrible person. But yeah, Nightmare Tower. It's kind of definitely a strange level. A lot of these are strange levels, and honestly, I would say this is probably one of the better ones. Like I said, there is the flaw of like darkness and whatnot, but the interconnectivity of it all, like you have like all these different routes to go through the whole area, but at the same time, like it didn't feel like sporadically large. I didn't feel like I was running around for ages not knowing what I was supposed to be doing here. Unlike like Valhalla Awaits, where that was kind of the entire purpose of that map. Um, so yeah, I'd say this was like a better use of space on that. And like I said, Office Hell might have been pretty decent if it wasn't for the fact that matter that was mostly copy paste. It's really just like duplicate area after duplicate area. Plus the music issue. There's a lot of problems with that map in particular. Yeah, it probably isn't exactly the best quality map either. But I would say Nightmare Tower is a bit better of an example of what Dark Hour can offer. You compare something like this to Q2, I don't think there's really like any competition. Like I said, there's definitely some weird issues when it comes to like darkness, but then again, like I said, I think Quake itself is usually pretty dark, so I don't know. Maybe someone could give me some more ideas or whatnot. At the time being, I'm kind of drained or whatnot. I think the whole issue with Dustwatch earlier and all the craziness of today has kind of been throwing my brain out in a loop. Plus, I had to juggle some stuff right now because it felt like I kind of left some things incomplete last time. So yeah, this basically was to kind of try and fix up some of the issues and disasters that happened during the whole last mess. So at least things are kind of working out. We can go forward and things hopefully will get better. And well, we had some things going good here. It wasn't like we had issues with Dotspots this time. So hooray! Dotspots didn't fail on us. Anyway, I think that's a good place to stop. Thank you very much all for watching. It has been an adventure, and I shall see you all next time.